everyone. Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. Today we're working on a red feather project. Now this is a project, it's actually hashtag red feather quilt actually. You may have seen a lot about this. This came out pretty much the summer of 2018, and it's a collaborative project. I just want to get the wording correct here. In the quilting community across Canada to raise awareness in the tragedy of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. This project was started by Erin at cozy.cleo.creations. We'll put all the list of information in the bottom there, who was inspired by a red dress project, which uses haunting displays of red dresses to symbolize the missing women. You can read more about Erin's journey and this project on her blog and so on and so forth. So if you just go do a search for the Red Feather Quilt Project, lots will pop up, and you can see lots of examples of how people made their red feathers. So this was a project, a collaborative effort from our Erin Village quilter ladies, and each one, you were given black fabric, and I think you took some reds to make them somewhat match as you're going, and then from your own stash, and you made these feathers. And they all went together. Thank you, Via Mary. She put them all together and donated the backing of this beautiful fabric as well, or of this quilt. So as a long armor of the guild, I have no problem at all doing things for charity. So this one is, we've donated the batting, and we're obviously doing the quilting. So it had a very nice border stitch out on it, like a place to stitch out, and of course this lovely little sashing. As you will see it go through, it's cut. All the fabric is kind of cut on an angle. It's awesome. I love it. And I've taken this feather and kind of Baptist wave or Baptist fan and stuck it in all around the borders, and then did a continuous feather, it's called goose down, and did it in the center. So I'm just going to let Walt finish what he needs to here, and you can watch him stitch along and finish it out. And I didn't get a chance to actually do a feather for it, but I knew that it was going to come to me for the quilting. So I felt, okay, well, that's how I can kind of help in my way. And I chose a cool gray number 9 for the thread. I did have black and I had red, and I thought I didn't want to take away from the red of the importance of the feather, so I thought maybe just a nice cool gray instead kind of softens everything. You can see it, but it's not harsh like black or, you know, in your face sort of like that, and it just kind of blended over some of the other feathers. And of course I kept with the whole feather theme. I wish I kind of would have had a little bit more time to play with it, to maybe do a custom job with it, but we kind of fell a little bit behind when we were very sick in the house, so it's kind of like, got to get these things done. And the guild meeting was on Monday night, so I need to make sure. It's a beautiful little stitch out, and then it comes and does this little fan, and then just, you know, and I just kind of let it so it was kind of going around the quilt, like it was kind of moving its way from one edge to the other. So that would be awesome. If you can actually send your blocks off still to them. There's a place to mail it to. You can do quilt tops or finished or whatever you would like to do. I think their goal was to have 600 for 600 of the women. Not necessarily quilts, but blocks and representation of them. And there's many different layouts that they have going on with the, you know, how to lay out the whole quilt. So, in different sizes. There was one that actually had like a normal star block in the center, and then they kind of all went out like in the north, south, east, and west, and they were really pretty. I really like that one too. I'm hoping we can end up getting one done this year for as a something from the quilt shop. Yeah, and this lovely little, it's more of a burgundy red sort of, and it's got like a little black feather. It's quite pretty. I'm not sure if you'd be able to see it via the small cam or just that one there, but it's quite lovely, and that's why I thought I didn't want to be too harsh with the color or too dominant with the color of thread, so that's why I chose the cool gray. And this has a few more to stitch out. I think it's, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 more. And then it's all done, and I'm very excited. So what I did is when I loaded it on the long arm, it was the other way. I did the long length of it first and did the long borders, the top and the bottom, as I worked my way down the quilt. And then I took it and flipped it, and now I'm working the short sides that were on this side at first. Now they're this way, at top and bottom, and working the pattern around again. And this didn't have any corners or anything. I'm clicking out where it's ending, where that pattern is ended. I've clicked out each of the little curves of where the feather has stitched out. And then even down to here, I had to do where the arch of the Baptist fan was ending. So just clicking it all out, making sure it's doing its job. It's going to look so pretty. It looks lovely. I've had a few people who've been in the shop and seen it on here as I've been trying to progress with it, and they really liked it. And that makes me happy, because the choice was mine how to quilt it out. I kind of would have liked to have done other feathers in where the empty space was, but then does it take away? Is it too much? You know, some people don't always like that sort of thing. So I've got a nice little feather stitch out all the way across. It's a beautiful one. It's one of my favorites. I've actually done it on my Canada one, my red, white, and black. All my little maple leaves on there. Yeah, I think it does another one, and then it's other two. So yeah. So we'll let Walt finish doing what he's doing. You can watch him in the small camera, and this is our project. It's a good size too. It measures like 70, and then this is like 63 or 64 or something like that. So it's a good size. Okay. It looks good, very pretty. I love the fabric, the way Mary did that, because there was all the little extra bits. So chop them up and use them, right? So very nice, very nice. Super cute. Go Walt. All right, only like 2 more feathers to go. You guys enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and checking us out on Patreon. And we'll see you on the live stream, okay, on the weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
that. I don't know what you think.